So the endowment that you and your husband, Dr. Dreskin, set up was really instrumental in allowing the grads to go. I went, and then also 2 other grad students went on this scholarship. And I originally, when I was coming to Clemson, it was a really important thing to me that I would be able to do some sort of abroad travel, because like you say, it's just so important. And knowing that they had a program in Italy really was one of the things that helped me decide on the program in Clemson. And so we were in Rome, in Florence, in Venice, and then also in Tuscany, in Orvieto.
Wow, now I've been to all those places, and I'm so
wonderful.
glad you've had the opportunity to go. Can you already see the influence of this in your work?
Yeah, absolutely, which might, you might question, because I'm an abstract artist, so the whole time we're seeing these high Renaissance and medieval works, and it doesn't seem quite obvious, but at the same time, being there, I had this experience where I'd be in front of this grandiose Raphael, but I couldn't keep my eyes off the floor, like the marbles and the cobblestones.
There's so much that comes through.
It's so rich. It's so rich. And those textures really became important to me. And then also the kind of heightened sense of looking you have when you're abroad. And when you're traveling, or, if you're like camping or something, you're out in nature, you have this different sense, this different way of kind of picking up on the details that are around you that you don't necessarily have when you're in a space that you're in every day, and that becomes more commonplace. But being somewhere else and kind of regenerating that mode of looking at things helped me come back here and apply that same kind of attention to my immediate surroundings.
It gives you a whole nother dimension, and that doesn't just stop right when you come back. It goes on and it filters your whole way of looking.
If I weren't there with the school, I know that I wouldn't get to see as much, and there's not kind of that facility. I mean, we had studios there when we were in Orvieto.
I know.
And so having not just a sketchbook, but then having somewhere to come in and work every day, and that time is set aside for you.
Great experience.
It's really wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
thank you. Thank you so much.
It makes you feel good, because it's something that isn't just happening for a summer. It's something that affects a student's life. And well, it's just, I should say thank you, because you're adding to what's happening in our society. And people say, art is really hard work. When you spend time in the studio, you have to be completely immersed. Art is that part of society that goes on for generations and thousands of years, because we remember so many of these through art history, as you know. One of the important parts of any society is held in perpetuity through its art. When we began, we had 0 funds when we were first married, and we've just been very fortunate that we've been able to I've been able to make art. My husband, of course, has worked wonderfully as a physician, and our aim is to have other people go on and do this kind of thing too, because giving back has greater rewards to the people who do this than to the people who receive it, or equal awards at least, I'm sure, because it's a fun thing to do.
To be able to grant someone the ability to further their education and to refine their profession and reach goals that they otherwise might not be able to obtain is just a really noble thing to do, I think. And I surely hope that I have the ability to do that one day. And if I do, I certainly will. But the arts in particular, we need all the help we can get. In our department, we have to work hard for every little penny we get, and we certainly
understand.
need it. Yes.
I know. Art is so prevalent in everything in our everyday life. Without visual art training, we would have none of this imagery that's coming through on Google and on everywhere that you see.